Hey, I'm going to show you one way to read a file. So I got the CSV file, created in Excel, just populated using Excel. You can use Notepad if you want. If you use Notepad, you got to make sure that you put commas in between each one of these. So here's my questions. And then if you're using Notepad, you put a comma here. It's a question, comma, A, comma, B, comma, C, comma, answer. Hit enter. Here's your question, comma, Delaware, comma, Tallahassee, comma, Juneau, comma, C, hit enter. That's if you're using Notepad. Excel, just type it all in, and you do a file save as. And you're going to make sure you choose CSV file. Okay? And then make sure that you drill down to the location of where your code lives. All right, so I don't want to, so I already did the save. So, but this is what I'm going to read. I've got these column headings, and I got a couple questions with a couple choices, 3 choices, and the answers for each choice, or the answer to each question. I'm going to close this, and don't save. One way to read a CSV file, and there's actually a better way of doing this, but for now, this is perfectly fine. Here's my file name, a little quiz.csv, comma, separated values. And you create an empty list that's going to store the data that's read. Now, if you're using with block, I'm going to open the file for reading. I'm going to open it as this alias, file reader. If you use the open block, then the closing of the file will happen automatically. If you use read line, it'll just read one line. So this will just read the column headings, and I don't store it. And then I'm going to read the rest of the questions using read lines. And this will put all the questions and all the data into a list. Okay? And then when I'm done, I'm going to print that list so I can show you what it looks like. So first, let me just show you what it looks like. So I'm going to run it. And see, here is the question, the choices, and the answer, and the new line character. Okay, so we have, it's essentially 2 elements in the list. Watch what happens when I just say, hey, I want to see the first one. Alrighty, so I want to see the first one, first element in the list. So see, what's the capital Alaska, comma, and then choice 1, comma, choice 2, comma, choice 3, and then the correct answer is C, A, B, C. So how do I extract this? Okay, how do I extract that? This is how you extract it. I'm going to comment this out. I use a for loop. For every line, for every element in this, I'm going to print it. I want to show you what happens when I do this. This will print the line just like this one did. The list file data with the 0 in the square brackets. This will print that line. See, there's that same line. There's the line, the question, choice 1, 2, and 3, A, B, C. So A, B, C, and the answer. And then it got the next one. Then it got the next one. What's the capital of Florida? Question A, B, C, and then the correct answer. Well, I need to extract the question so I can display the question to the user. I need to extract the choice A, B, and C individually, and then C, the correct answer. When the user enters in A, B, C, I need to compare the user's response to this guy right here, the C, see if it's correct. Well, here's one way. One way of doing it is this way. You use the split method. Right now they're being separated by commas. So it's a split method that will look for each comma. And once it finds a comma, it'll put that piece in its own element into a list. And then you can access each piece of the list. Okay, so I should go ahead and print question data so you can see what this looks like. Okay, so watch. Here is the question data. What's the capital of Florida? This is the second question. Here is choice 1, 2, and 3, and the correct answer. Now here's me grabbing a question. Grab the question. Okay, so now what's the capital of Florida? That's this guy right here. This is how you grab the question. The question data is in a list. See, here it is. Each one separated, each one is in its own element. I know it has commas. You think it's a comma separated list, but when you see the square brackets, each comma separates each element. So this is in position 0. So when I say question data subscript 0, and store it here, this guy's getting the question. This is position 1. So this is in position 0, position 1, position 2, position 3, and then that is in position 4. So this is how you can get each part of the question. How to get the questions, how to get the choices, how do you get the answer, the correct answer. That's in 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's in position 4. I'm going to print it. Okay, I'm going to run it again. Correct answer is Tallahassee. See how I just grabbed the A? So if you can remember, if you can print the, if your variables are storing the data correctly and you're printing it correctly, the print statements are outputting correctly, your program can do anything at once with the contents of these variables. So I'm showing you how to extract a question and the choices and the answer one at a time, putting them into their variables. A question, choice A, choice B, choice C, correct answer. Now you can use your triple string, so you can use string concatenation, and you can display the question to the user. All right, hope this helps.